Africa has seen an absolute burgeoning of media in the last 10 years. I've been doing it for 15, and I think the last 10 years have really been the strongest year of growth. The number of television channels has literally doubled from about 400 and something to about 800 and something, and that's not including the 2,000 plus satellite channels since about 2011. We've got a series of digital agencies coming up, and the two that I think are really interesting are People Input in Senegal, which has already been invested in by Angels, the AIM Group in Tanzania, both of whom are generating very, very interesting online product.
Can I just see if anybody's got any questions in the audience? Yes.
Moya aims to learn from how things are being done and build a smarter layer upon it, a smarter system that captures that and is then in the end comparable to these larger marketplaces. Now I'm not saying we're taking over Amazon, I'm saying Amazon should take over us.
One of the greatest problems is monetization. Somebody said earlier that just about 20% of Africans have access to formal banking or financial services, which means that if you take a service to market today, you're missing out on a huge segment of the population because they have absolutely no way of paying for it, even if they actually want and need it. So what we've done is we've started thinking around how do we change the paradigm, how do we look at addressing the issue of monetization, right? Combined with the delivery mechanism of making sure people can access those services.
As a team, we've taken about 300 companies over recent years from all around the world and brought them in, enabled them to set up, and most of them become successful here in the UK.
Since I left Iroko TV a year and a half ago, I set up my own PR company, and I've worked with a number of other African startups. My work has been featured in these international publications, and whilst I do work with sort of outlets, publications on the continent, predominantly West Africa I should say, I do tend to focus on international press, and often, there's several reasons why people want international press. Quite often, I'm just going to say it's ego. People want to see their name in The Economist, they want to see their name in BBC. Another main reason is to attract investment as well, international investment.
We're dedicated to emerging markets. We focus on Africa and Asia, and we focus on project execution. So actually consultants coming into market and executing projects.
The Sub-Saharan African market projected to be $2.7 billion in terms of phone charging and connectivity. That's an opportunity for over 600,000 placement locations of our technology across retail centers, campuses, both corporate and educational, government and aid projects, as well as cities.
We're doing investments starting at like 50 to 100,000 euros up to 2.5 million in one company. We're investing in agri-tech, fintech, mobile tech, really anything related to the farmer system, and we're all across Africa.
From a market standpoint, in terms of where we see an opportunity and the opportunity that we focus on, it's really around capital flows that exist today in terms of going from a region where people are into a region where they're from. And so when you think of it in sort of the more general, broad terms, it really is around remittance, of which the market is sort of at a conservative level, about $500 billion, if you will. And that's being very, very conservative, of which about $60 billion goes towards the continent of Africa.
We help to educate the investors, so we work very closely with something called the European Business Angels Network. And in principle, we're educating angels. We're also, I suppose, promoting the angel space, so we're helping to encourage more and more angel networks to form.
We're creating this brand for a global base, and I saw that really firsthand when I had the store. My dream is of a brand that's Pan-African, truly Pan-African in terms of its ownership, in terms of the designs coming from different places, in terms of its manufacture and sourcing that's coming from different places.
Now you have to have that crazy ambition of like you see in the Silicon Valley, where somebody is telling you, I want to conquer Africa, starting in Cameroon or in Ghana or in Nigeria, but then the ambition in the long run is to go global. And that, I think, will resonate better to investors to begin with.
This is the type of company we just launched literally last week, a new company. So very little funding because it is just launched. And it's a super simple business, like very, very simple. They're the largest serviced apartment provider in the whole of West Africa. Entirely focused on Lagos at the moment, but growing and looking to move into Abuja, and then the rest of, well, next is Ghana, and then they've got sort of more Pan-African aspirations.
We're seeking to raise £1 million, okay? Over 3 years, £250,000 is what we're looking for at the moment.
We started Coco about 4 months ago. It's got things like quizzes, photos, videos.
Anybody here from Zambia? Representing? No. It's always Nigeria and Kenya. It's never Zambia. But Zambia is a country of about 15 million people, where youth unemployment is at 59% for 20 to 24-year-olds. So that's 1.7 million youth that we target to hire from. So we see incredible potential in Zambia for the BPO market in order to address this kind of large untouched population of English-speaking youth who are highly trainable and excited to work. So we're really excited about pioneering digital jobs in this country.
It's been a wonderful day. I would like to say thank you for being here. Thank you for being part of a wonderful day today. And yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you.